Hey guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching me from. How you guys doing? Thanks a lot for joining me today. If this is your first time, please subscribe. If you hit on the bell sign, you get notification whenever I post my videos. So I want to talk to you guys today about this Chidima's case. That is the case between Chidima and Ataga. I'm not quite sure if this trial is going to be done on social media or by the press, because the way this matter is playing out at the moment is really confusing to me. I don't know what is happening in Nigeria and why they chose to put this matter in the public in a way that everybody is granting interview right, left, and center. So apparently, Chidima has changed her story again. You know, this young girl has been changing her story from day one. She's been giving inconsistent story, twisting and turning the story. We've seen different versions of this story that she's told. And yet again now, she's changed the story again. And she's completely exonerated herself and saying she's not responsible. But before I get to that and show you that video, Brenda Ataga has sued the CEO of a Nigerian online blog called Ninja Loaded Blog. She slammed the CEO and the blog with the sum of one as compensation for the publication of libelous and malicious reports against her person. Brenda also asked the online platform to pull down the report from the website and retract the damaging reports through its Medium and other online news outlets. She made these demands in a letter dated June 28 and addressed it to the managing director of the online medium, Mr. Makinde Aziz, through her counsel, Chief Charles Uwensuyi Edo Sonwa, SAN. So, seems like Brenda is finally speaking through her lawyers by fighting back. And she also said that the things they wrote about her and the things all these conspiracies that they comported about her are all lies. So she's suing for libel and defamation of character, 1 billion naira. She's suing them. So anybody that is going around and spreading rumors and writing and saying what they do not know, make una wait though. Una own letter is coming on the post to sue you to court. Make una ready. Let your lawyer's fee start getting it ready. Okay. So she asked that when they finished publishing, Nigeria Reloaded posted all these things and they accused Brenda as being the one that is behind it. She's behind the one that is, insinuated or that instigated the relationship with her through her boyfriend, one so-called Mr. Izu. And in this letter, however, Brenda described the report published by the online platform as callous, malicious, mindless attack on her personality on their client. The lawyer stated that the publication described his client as a conniving criminal that was part of the plans that killed her husband and the father of her children, the most heinous cunning act. And in this letter, which described the report as false, she hinted that the libel against Mrs. Brenda Ataga, a mother and wife and highly placed official of the Nigerian government, describing her as a loose woman and a flirt, carrying on an extramarital affair with another Mr. Izu, were all malicious. This is according to this day newspaper. Okay, now let's move on to this so-called lawyer.
I'd like to welcome very specially Chief A.B. Thomas, a legal practitioner, constitutional lawyer, and is also a public affairs commentator. Master A.B. Thomas, thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning to viewers at home.
Okay, this news broke, I think, on Tuesday last week, and from that time till now, the media space has not really known peace, with different issues coming forth here and there. But what is clear is that someone has come out to admit, after her arrest, that she's responsible. Give us the legal implications of this, particularly seeking justice for the CEO of Super TV. That seems to be a major issue, a major talking point, as it were.
Well, the murder of Michael Osifo Ataga is a very unfortunate incident. The lady involved, 21-year-old, 300-level mass communication student of University of Lagos, Chidima Ojuku, has come out publicly, paraded by the police in Lagos, that she inadvertently delayed Ataga twice in the neck and once in the stomach, because both of them, according to her, were high on loud and SK substances. Substances, from my investigation, are even more dangerous than cocaine. Now, Nigerians need to know the beginning of this affair, which started in January. Chidima claims that she was introduced to Mr. Ataga, the CEO of a TV station in Lagos, by one of her friends at a big party in Banana Island in Lagos. The police have got at that angle. She publicly made this confession, and they were all journalists there. She spoke, and it was recorded. I have them in my phone. And that for that 3 months, they've been going to different places. But on this particular time, you see that at this particular time, she was now asked by this late Mr. Osifo to look for a place. In fact, she suggested to Osifo that she was no longer comfortable going to different places with Osifo, that she wanted a quiet place. Osifo now told her, you go ahead, look for a place. She now used her phone. She now used her phone to generate a foreign number. She said so. She used her phone to generate a foreign number to contact the owner of the bread and breakfast apartment called Air Apartment. And that's an exclusive place where you have a room and a kitchen attached. And she got that place on Sunday after using her phone to generate a foreign number. And she now sent the number to Ataga, her boyfriend, who now transferred money to the owners of that place, that bread and breakfast accommodation. Paid for it. She now checked into that apartment, having told her father at home that she was going for ushering job. Because she's been going for ushering job. Whether it is ushering job, but at least this has this, opened up.
That it wasn't an ushering job. She went for after all.
So she went in to that place, checked in. She went with clothes and other things. Then Ataga later joined her in the evening. And from her own confessional statement, in the morning, they enjoyed themselves. On that Sunday night, the morning they enjoyed themselves. And in the afternoon, they went out for food. Then that same afternoon, she, on her own, called those who have to supply them the SK and loud. And those people brought in those SK and loud, and according to her, she and Ataga began to consume those substances. And Ataga now tried to come back to have another go at her. And she now said, look, the one you did earlier on, today Tuesday, I don't like it. I said I was tired of having fun, and you are trying to have another fun again. And that she was in a different angle of the bed. Ataga was in a different angle of the bed. They were taking SK aloud, there's drinking as well, and eating at the same time. But that Ataga became high, just as she was high. And Ataga wanted another go at her, and she said no. In the process of that altercation, Ataga hit her head. Ataga became violent. and hit her head to the wall.
Okay.
And she retaliated by hitting Ataga's head to the wall. So Ataga began to pursue her around the chalet.
Okay.
And in the process, she ran into the kitchen. And Ataga followed her to the kitchen and pinned her to the kitchen cabinet. Of course, she said she was being choked. And she stretched her hands in an attempt to free herself. This is her own statement only.
Yeah.
Dead men don't have statements.
Absolutely.
So, and ran out of the kitchen. In an attempt to run out of the chalet through the door, Ataga was there first and blocked the door, locked the place. He was bleeding. He locked the door. Came somewhere else. Then Ataga came after her again, leading to the inner gullet.
Yeah.
And in the process, this is her story.
Yeah.
But fell down, according to her. Then she was bloodied in her dress. She now had to change her dress, put them back in her bag, took a neat one, and wore it. With the ATM she alleged Ataga gave to her before Ataga was killed. She alleged Ataga gave her ATM. And the pin, because she had accused Ataga, you are just taking me around, enjoy yourself. You are not doing anything for me. Ataga said, okay, take my ATM. This is the pin. Then she took that ATM with the pin she already had and went out to withdraw the sum of 380,000 naira.
As against the 5 million that was alleged.
That she says, I withdrew only 380,000 naira for the purpose of paying my school fees. And I did not take 5 million.
Okay.
The police are in that angle, who withdrew 4.6 million if you withdrew only 380,000. So police angle is that, look, even public analysts, look, there must be a third party
in this whole matter.
And this third party issue is something I have all in my phone.
Okay, I'll get you to expatiate on the third party issue, but let's look at the account of Chidima as it is. What, in your opinion, legally speaking, are the loopholes and the shortcomings that probably doesn't make the story to add up?
Very good. You see, one, Chidima, from our account, she has been taking hard drugs before she met Ataga.
Okay.
And from the account of the friends who know Ataga, they say Ataga has never been taking, does not even smoke, not place of taking hard drugs, but he drinks. Then Chidima is trying to play a game, maybe honestly or
otherwise.
Because in law, nobody is responsible for an act or omission that person committed while the person was under the influence of any intoxicating substance. What I mean is this: if Miss A was under the influence of an intoxicating substance, maybe alcohol or hard drug, and she committed, she will not be liable in law.
Okay.
So guys, you heard all that, that is the so-called lawyer that was called to a studio in Benin to give his own professional view on the matter. But instead of this man to talk like a professional, like a lawyer that he is, or that he claims to be, he went on to narrate story, what he was reading in blogs and newspaper, online. As I was watching it, the first time I saw this, I was like, wow. He must be Chidima's lawyer. Because even all the angles the things that Chidima didn't say, he had pepper, joiner, had salt, had onions. This kind of man, if you get quarrel with his wife, they say me they can't judge as sorry for the wife. This man go judge, they go lost the wife. Like, everybody will tell the wife, you are a devil. This kind of man. When I say the judge, Can you just believe this man? This man claims to be a lawyer, and all he could do sitting down on that studio on national television is to fabricate stories, lies, quoting online blogs without any kind of credibility or any kind of, not police report, not police what the police are going to do, what the Ministry of Justice is going to do. Nothing authentic. All he was doing was just conspiracy theory, one conspiracy theory that was already online, and he was saying it authoritatively. So of course the family are not going to see this and take it lying down. They decided to act. By the time I shared this video with a friend of mine here who is a lawyer, she trained in Nigeria, so she's vast in both Nigerian law and the UK law as well. She just went to click on the link. My people, ITV has taken the link down. But the thing about internet that a lot of people still don't understand is that the internet does not forget. Before ITV took it down, people like us don't download them. So I have the video, and I'm telling you guys, this man was talking for over 40 minutes. All he was saying is he's talking so authoritatively as if he's had a one-on-one sit down with Chidima. I'm like, really? Oh my God. How can you lie like this, knowing that these things is just what you read online? Anyway, he disgraced himself and his family on television. The TV had to take, the TV quickly took that video down because the family are going to sue. Brenda is going after anyone that is, is saying any BS about her online without any credibility, no evidence, nothing. And the Baba decided to issue a statement quickly. Let me read the statement to you. The statement he issued. So, Barrister Thomas said, without prejudice, regarding the interview I granted Independent Television ITV Benin City on Monday 28 June 2021. And it goes on to say, refuter of my narration as it relates to Mrs. Brenda Ataga and Mr. Izu. Further to our telephone conversation to my phone number, he even put his phone number there for the whole world to see. Today, 8 July 2021, I wish to refute as incorrect my comments on the unfortunate passing of late Mr. Michael Osifo Ataga as it relates to Mrs. Brenda Ataga and one Mr. Izu. This mysterious Mr. Izu, when person know they see. Which comments were made without malice and from expert checks online. I have found that they are baseless and false. Shouldn't you have done your due diligence before going online? Oga, isn't that the right? Are you putting the cat before the horse or the horse before the cat? I don't understand it, our elders for Nigeria. They're the 4-person hand. Number 2, he said, I have never met Mrs. Brenda Ataga, and I have also found out that there is no Mr. Izu anywhere. He wrote it in capital. There is no Mr. Izu anywhere. These were stories I read online by myself. You see this grace? Number 3, he said, I am therefore very apologetic to Mrs. Brenda Ataga and the entire Ataga family for any embarrassment, pains, and sufferings my comments on ITV may have caused them. 4, it is also very unfortunate that it is not the entire interview I granted that is being now circulated online, as my comments were made without malice on the persons mentioned, particularly Mrs. Brenda Ataga. I therefore withdraw this statement, that's the final point then, number 5, which I have discovered to be untrue as I relied on stories. They ask you for your legal perspective, you relied on online stories. But that lawyer, I relied on the stories I read online in the course of the public commentary, as this matter has caused me depression. It's caused him depression and great embarrassment from my friends and family members. See refuter, the same refuter will be on ITV Benin immediately, please. Signed, Barrister A.B. Thomas. You are a barrister. When an essay writes to you, you go know say all your practice, you will use that money to go and fight in court. for libel and defamation of character. A grown man like this just stand up, go television, and he kept saying it. Not knowing how, I don't understand. Does he think it's the time of 1980 when there was no social media, that if he grants the interview, it's just going to remain within Benin? Even people in Lagos will not see it. This thing has gone international. We that live in diaspora saw it immediately because they have an online platform. So, of course, ITV put it there. But as I'm talking to you now, like I said, they pulled it down. Baba has retraced his steps. He's now apologizing. That he's caused himself and his family embarrassment. You should have thought of that before you open your mouth, sir. This is not very good. This is very disgraceful for a man of your age to be behaving like this. Anyway, apology accepted on behalf of the family. I'm acting on behalf of the family, but you really disgraced yourself. Please, sir, next time they call you to come and you call yourself a constitutional lawyer, when they call you to come and make commentary, do your due diligence, do research, forget about what you are reading online. Say what the law says, state the legal position. Don't go with media stories and fabrications and be talking like you are Chidiman's uncle. Now, wow, I tired for this uncle. Anyway, let's move on. My people, the story never finished. Chidima has been granting interview again. This time around, it's crime fighters, they call them. Chidima has granted another interview. Take a look.
I'm a student and I'm also into beauty. Mass communication Unilag. Growing up was a little bit difficult financially, emotionally. My real parents divorced when I was little. So I lived with my uncle and then moved to my mom's place. Then I got adopted. It was a friend that I introduced to him, and then he picked interest and adopted me. I left our place to my dad's place. That was where he took me to my senior sis. I have a senior sis, and that was where we were. So we had problem with the accommodation, and then she met somebody that introduced to my dad now, and then he adopted me. From my uncle's place, went to government school, which I didn't finish. Then went to my mom's place. She didn't put me through school throughout when I was with her before taking me to my dad's place. Then my dad's place to my sister's place, which I didn't go to school till I got adopted. Then I went to school. I stopped at that JSS when my aunt left me to my mom's place at JS2. So the next time I was entering school was SS1. I went to Sigman College. It's around Sabo. From SS2, there was no finance to further up, so I was out from school and I was doing lesson. So I wrote my JAM, WAEC and NECO, and I passed and entered into Unilag. I was not much of a talker or associating with people. I just more on my own. No, it's just through a girl that I know. She was a friend to his friend, so she invited me out. I met her in a group where I was added randomly. That was how we got talking. When we exchanged contacts, it was already late at that time for me to go back home. So we decided, okay, let's go to your house. My house was on the mainland, so it was late to go back home. That's when we went home to his house at VGC. We had movies, we had drinks, and he had smoke also. Next day morning, I went home. Some weeks after, we met again. He doesn't talk much about himself. He's quite busy, like a busy person. I would say that at some point in time, got to know that he likes to carry girls, and he smokes, he drinks, and takes drugs also. So I don't know deep about him. His character, he gets angry easily. He has issue with his wife, but his children is what is targeted as family man. He wasn't into happy married life or something. It was just more of catering for his kids. I can remember some of his friends that I met but like remember their faces kind of really, or their names. But I've met two people that I said friend something. I don't have 10 million in my bank account. So I have like 400 or 500 accounts. Michael gave me his laptop. He had two laptops, so I told him that I wanted laptop, so he gave me one, and that was what I sold to get the money. So it's a Mac Pro. I wasn't doing usher when I was with him anymore. I was getting more from him than doing the ushering, so there was no need ushering. Ushering can be 15K, 20K. It gives me more than the ushering. The apartment where it was said it was leaking. So then they said I should book. They said it was free and I too was free. So like let's then see. It was Sunday on the 13th June. I decided to check online about the shortlets because it said that I didn't want hotel. There will not be Netflix, or like it will not be fun like being in the house or something. So that was when I decided to check for a shortlet. So I sent it to him and he said it was okay. Then he said I should go check the place out. So I checked it and it was okay. Then he made payments. He sent 105. That was for like 4 days. After I paid the money, so after like 1 hour, he came. When he came, then we went to get food. We went out to eat and also get drinks. And we're just indoor, watching movie, drinking, smoking. He woke up before me, but I was still feeling sleepy and dizzy because of the smoke, drink, and the drug. So he asked I need, like what we need. So I was like, we need to buy food and drug because the drug that we brought already finished. He sent the money to their account. Why the other one? He gave me the card because I was trying to make payments and it didn't go through. So he gave me the card. I didn't have access to his card, but I know the PIN code. Before I was leaving, he stood up to lock the door. But when I got in, I was knocking. As there was no answer, I opened the door, was already open, like it wasn't locked. And the duvet was on the floor, plus pillows. The bed, the couch was facing the door, and the bed was stained with blood already, and the floor where it was blood, and then music was on, the TV was on. The room was already disarranged, like someone broke in. Then I saw him on the floor. I didn't know what to do. I took my things with his thing and left. I was afraid. I didn't know if I have raised alarm, they would have arrested me for doing it because I and him were just the only people in the room. I just left. I was packing my things to leave. Then I noticed that my clothes were stained, so I changed it to another. I took the bag that contained his ID and documents, bank statements. My bag was already on the floor. I met my bag on the floor. And then the stuff it was with was on the TV set. That's where the stuff I took was on the TV set. So I just packed them and just put them into the nylon and left. I took his phone. The following week, I was home. Then I went out to withdraw some money from the ATM that I was with. I withdrew 200. Before that day, on Tuesday, he already told me that he's going to give me the money that I requested for. And when I came out, when I was arrested, and they were saying I made away with 5 million naira, there was no 5 million naira in the account. I just did it. It's not like I had something to do with his death. I never had anything to do with his death. The lady that I rented the apartment from, I had to message her that she should please probably send the security guy to check on him. That I haven't heard from him. That's what I said to her. And they came to my house and they arrested me, took me to station. I didn't involve anybody. I don't know who must have come into the apartment. Definitely somebody did that, but I don't know who that person is. I don't know what happened when I left to buy the food. I don't know. Because of the thing I did after not alerting police and then also withdrawing money, I feel guilty for what happened. I did not kill him. Knowing sure whether I did not kill him, but my doings, taking his money and not reporting the police, I believe that somebody knew where we were and then waited till I left before they could enter. The pressure and people, when I was cooperative security guy, and it was like, no, nobody entered into the apartment, that it was just me that entered into the apartment. And knowing full well of what I did, withdrawing his money, I just took the blame on myself that since no one believes, let me just take it. No one is influencing my statements. I've not spoken to anybody, my relation or anybody. I've just been in the self since.
Driver, please stop the car.
Okay, sir.
Hello, beautiful you. Are you going my way? Yeah, please join me. You're welcome. I'm so beautiful. What's your name?
My name is Chidima.
So guys, what can I say? You all know the story and you know the twists and turns in this story since it started. And I am tempted not to say much again, but to leave this story for you guys to just, figure it out or say whatever comes to your mind. This girl has lied. She's changed her story. She's manipulated the situation and always, man, I cannot believe that this girl has again changed the story. Now she's saying that, oh, she went to buy food. It was before she came back that somebody entered. So she's changed the story now that she's not the one again. Do you know what? Like I said, I'm not sure if this trial is going to be done on social media or by Nigerian Television Authority or whoever these TV stations are that are. The police keep granting access to her. I don't know if they are paying her for all these stories, if she's got legal counsel that are advising her based on what is on social media. Because one thing I know from the beginning of this story is that a lot of people have been bent on twisting this story and taking it out of context from the beginning. A lot of people have said, oh, she couldn't have been the one. She couldn't have been the one. So, yeah, she's finally saying what people want to hear. That she's not the one. Okay? She's not the one. She went out. She went to buy food before she came back. This girl stood categorically and narrated word for word what happened. Now she's saying, you see how she was telling us the story of her family background? Can you see that? She said that she still, even though the sister came out and the mom said they haven't seen Chidima for 10 years, that she ran away from home when she left her uncle's place where they went to keep her to adopt herself to this Mr. Ojukwu. Chidima is still insisting that her father and her mother separated. When we now know from the mom and the sister that their parents died, that the father died when she was a kid. You see this girl? Mom continue to allow her to fool us with her looks, her innocence look. But I tell you, this girl is a pathological liar, a sociopath. Yeah. So she will continue to cook up story. When different people go tomorrow, they go interview her, she go talk another thing. She go talk another thing. With a pity for her, we want to blame the wrong people who were not even there, who didn't even know We prefer to blame the wife. This girl came out and opened her mouth and said, "Now me, I did it. We were fighting, we were arguing." But you see how it's because I stole his money. It's because I stole his phone. I came back. You see how she was trembling. The story, she go think small before she go talk. I came back and I saw the room was scattered. It was on the floor. He gave me the card, but you took the card home. Now she even told us another element of the story we were not aware of before. Say it was days after she left the Airbnb that she went and withdrew more money. Stealing his phone, withdrawing money from his account was not enough. She still did withdraw days after. And a lot of people still want to believe that Chidima is innocent. She doesn't know what she's doing. Somebody sent her Mr. Izu. I beg, where is this Mr. Izu? Mr. Izu needs to come out from wherever he is, this fictitious Mr. Izu that does not exist. Because according to Barrister Thomas, that was talking to us earlier on, authoritatively, I have the pictures. I have the pictures in my phone. I have the pictures in my phone. I will show you the picture. I have the picture. When I come tell Barrister Thomas to bring picture, Barrister begin the shake, say he's sorry. He's withdrawing his statement. He's apologizing that he's depressed now because of the lies that he told. So I leave you guys to figure it out and just, whatever you want to make of Chidima, because no, you people should make up your mind about this girl, because me, I don't tire. I don't tire for this girl. This story it's seen so many twists and turns. Every day she's changing stories, she's lying. This girl is a pathological liar. Like, I don't know if you guys still reflect on the very first interview she granted. There was no emotion. That's the thing that really, really hit me hard when I saw this story for the first time. There was no remorse. It's like she's detached herself from the whole thing. It's like she doesn't even know who they are talking about. It was later she was now started crying. When they said she didn't even cry. The next interview, she started crying. Another interview, story change. We saw video of her when they smoke banner. Now she don't come back again. Can't tell us, say she go out. It was when she came back that before she told us that he was trying to have his way with her. That's why she was fighting, because she was tired. Abby? Now they didn't fight again. She was not even in the premises. According to James Hadley Chase that we're reading as in secondary school, if you believe this, you believe anything. Anyway, my people, I'll leave it with you today. This is another turn of Chidima and Ataga story. I don't know when the Nigerian police are going to charge her to court. I don't know why they are still keeping her in cell. This has been weeks after. Instead of her to do the right thing and take this girl to court, bring her before a judge so that she can be charged. They put her for custody. One television station, one crime studio or the other is coming to grant interviews. May they continue. Later they go to say our country no good. Why Nigeria go they blame Buhari? I say not be only Buhari get the problem. We we're a problem by ourselves. I don't say okay, my people. Another Chidima self don't enter Kenya. I don't know whether you guys see him. Kenya. 2 Nigerian men for Kenya where they buy. Now Chidima, 2 Chidima don't buy 2 Nigerian brothers too for Kenya when they go do party. I don't know what they say they put for their food. They spark their food and drinks. One jump, the other one, I don't know. That's why they take buy. And this one happened barely 48 hours ago. So, brothers, Chidima full answer. I'm on enter house, so when I not join the statistics, that's all I can say. Chidima, the day outside, they wait. Make everybody enter house. We live in very perilous and dangerous times. I'll speak to you guys in my next video. Have a very lovely week ahead. Have a nice day. And we are back tomorrow, a live show. I've got someone I'm bringing tomorrow who wants to share her story with us. These real life stories spoken from the person's mouth herself. I hope you join us then. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.